To get premium trading and investing tips, support on Patreon.
How's it going, everybody, and welcome to another Market Watch video. Guys, thank you so much for coming in such a large number today on stream, and also thank you for such support on the last video. Smashing those likes helps the algorithm going and shows my videos to more people, so thank you again, every single one watching these videos and supporting. Today EA has released a new team of the week. We watched it on stream, we looked at it, we were talking into more specifics, when to buy, what specific times. Of course, the prices couldn't be known yet because there's not enough supply. Also, we know that there are still leaks this year in the game. We saw a lot of the players getting hyped up when the leaks came out. For example, Sant Maximin, the gold card, went close to 100k, which was crazy, and actually, like, I don't even know how they will react and how the golds will go with these leaks and all of that. But of course, I stayed away as soon as I knew the leaks and saw the hype. I never want to go in. You guys also don't want to go and invest because you'll lose a lot of coins doing that. So just stay away from whenever you hear the leaks on Twitter and all. Go with the safer investment. Trust me, throughout the year you'll be grateful. You can thank me at the end of the year when you have more coins in your club, because you will play it safer. Now, looking at the investment, guys, we need to check the team of the week from previous years, and specifically the team of the week 2. This was the team of the week 2. It wasn't as good as this year's ones. We got Lewandowski, we got Sanchez, Sant Maximin, Haland, Hernandez, Chilwell, Courtois. This team of the week is looking way better than in FIFA 20. But anyways, we can look at some higher end cards from that team of the week and their patterns, how they worked with, when were the lower points, to assess when the low point of this team of the week will be. And right now we're looking at Arnold as a right back. A lot of people like from this team of the week love Hernandez. We can like compare the higher end fullbacks. I know Arnold is on the right back and from Premier League, but just to see the pattern of the low point, you can assess it on the current team of the week players. And we saw that Friday actually was close to the low point, or the low point, because of the supply of the ones to watch cards. Now, 91k, I don't think it's very realistic, because Futbin just takes the average price point of that current day. So meaning that in the morning he could have been at 110k, but as soon as the supply from the ones to watch dropped, he probably went down to like 80, maybe even 75. So if you were there to snipe at this supply, you were quite successful. Buy these team of the week cards that are higher end and actually hold them. And the next day he was like maybe 85, close to 90k, because this was the day average, and going slightly up into the Thursday while out of packs. Now, remember, here on the Friday, on October 4th, actually is when the first weekend league was on, and this is what I keep repeating: the meta cards, even the informs that will go out of packs when the weekend league in the past 2 years happened, they actually went down because investors started piling up these cards, buying them, and then actually trying to offload them on Friday. And actually there was a slight downtrend, maybe followed by a bit of panic for whoever invested and doesn't know the market that much. But actually, of course, every single card from the team of the week 2 rose nicely. So even if you need them for maybe your team, it will be still a lower point to buy the team of the week 2 players on Friday when the supply hits. Now, we were talking about the best potential high-end investments, and I do think these are Renato Sanchez, Sant Maximin, and Hernandez. These will have the most hype. I do think Haland is also very good and solid, but in terms of return of investments, Sanchez, Hernandez, Sant Maximin will give you the most, in my opinion. Unless Sant Maximin is extinct at 350k and he has some mad hype, I don't want to look at him. I also suggest you guys don't look at him. Looking at Lewandowski and Kane, I do think they will rise nicely from the low point, but of course they won't give you same returns of investments as these two guys that have, in my three guys that in my opinion have more demand, and I do think that basically if I just look at these three players, I feel like they will be more hyped. Of course, Hernandez and Maximin, I like them more because they play in the better, more in demand leagues. More people have a Serie A team, more people have a Premier League team, so that's even a factor you need to count in. And all in all, I do think all of these players from Friday on, when that dip after the ones to watch supply happens, which will be at 6 p.m. UK time, in the evening. Of course, you don't want to buy at 6 p.m. UK time. You want to buy like an hour later when the supply hits and starts coming and all of that. You will be able to profit from that day on, and is the best time actually to buy. Another thing is that we looked at here is the fodder cards. Now, the fodder cards, in my opinion, could be Grealish, Chilwell, Halstenberg, and Joaquin. These are all the fodder cards that, in my opinion, will be very good buys and you guys can profit from them. But here's the catch. Now, if Grealish and Chilwell are gonna be needed for the Player of the Month Premier League on Friday, they're not probably gonna be at this card value. But here's another deal. You don't want to invest in them tomorrow with the supply. You don't want to invest in them before the Player of the Month gets out, because usually EA, what they do is they throw curveballs. A lot of people, in my opinion, will invest hoping that they are needed for the Player of the Month, hoping that they will go up. But what actually a lot of the times happened through the past FIFAs is that EA threw these curveballs, they weren't needed in the SBCs, and they dropped massively in value as soon as the SBCs were dropped. So I do think if that happens on Friday, alongside, if they're not needed for the Player of the Month, and alongside with the ones to watch dropping with the supply, these two guys are mad looks as a discard investment, and you will be able to profit a lot, in my opinion, if you invest in them at that specific price point. But of course, remember, the fodders could take a longer period of time to rise. As I said in my yesterday's video, if you haven't watched it, watch it, because I talk more in depth about the fodders and how to work with tomorrow's supply, what to invest in. So basically, if you're looking to make coins tomorrow, make sure to watch that video as well. Moving on, I do also need to mention Orsic here. Why? Because last year he got mad hype. I expect Zwebak and other big YouTubers to make a video. The Croatian King is here. He's gonna be hyped up and all of that. So if you get in before the hype, before these videos are released, you will be very successful, in my opinion, with investing in him. But if you already seize the hype, if you start buying him while people start going in on Orsic, when the videos start dropping, it's probably better to steer clear from him, invest in other cards, look at the other guys. But all in all, wait for Friday to buy any one of these guys. Don't buy before Friday after 6 p.m. UK time, when the supply hits. Also, a lot of you will probably look at Rodriguez if he gets ones to watch. I wouldn't buy him right now. I wouldn't risk it. He has 58 pace. There's not much demand on a right wing on this card. You can get screwed up pretty badly on this one. So stay away from him at this moment, unless he gets to discard values, of course, on Friday. With the supply, buying one at 84 from Premier League, like, it wouldn't hurt. Also, the wingers, they go up nicely when needed. The last one is Watkins. I just want to look at the in-game stats, because the in-game stats are quite solid. Like 87 agility, like he's got quite solid pace, he's got solid finishing and all of that. With a finisher card put on him, this card could be beastly. I'm definitely hoping he can go to discard values. Right now, I don't know if he's extinct or not. Maybe Footbin didn't refresh the price yet. But if he goes to discard values on Friday, I'm buying one, storing one in my team, just because I want to play with him, try him out as a super sub, see how he plays. Definitely not going to invest hard in him, and I don't advise you to do that because of the low rating and all of that. But if he's somehow good, maybe buying one, just store him and let him like marinating your stream there until people start buying after artifacts, maybe weeks after, is a smart idea as well. So just buying one wouldn't hurt. Guys, if you have any questions, drop them down below or on my Twitter. Remember, my streams 5:30 p.m. UK time every day from Monday to Friday on Twitch. The link is down below. Make sure to follow if you haven't yet. If you have more specific questions and you want to go through these patterns on my streams, make sure to join. Thank you again for watching, and I'm seeing you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Cheers.